what is going to come? Tataschanu dinam dharma. Day by day, these are the things will get degraded. Just like whenever you throw something up, it comes down. Similarly, in this age also, these are the things will get reduced day by day, year over year. What is that? Truthfulness, cleanliness, tolerance, mercy, duration of life, physical strength, memory, all these things will diminish. And you can really realize about our forefathers, our grandfathers, what kind of memory they had, what kind of strength they had, what kind of patience they had, and how it is really coming down year over year. That's not. They are giving some more characteristics. Prayena alpayusa sabhya kalavasmin yuge jana mandas manda matayo manda bhagya upadrata. So, what will be the characteristics of the people? What they will do? Prayena alpayusa sabhya. Most of the peoples, they have a very short life. And manda sumanda matayo. Always their mind is anxiety. Always they will really look forward to quarrel with somebody. Right? Yes, within this body itself, there are always sankalpa and vikalpa, to do, not to do. Apart from that, forget about either another person, either it could be spouse, or it could be colleague, or it could be neighbor, or it could be anybody else. Always we want to vent our anger. Always we are lazy. Oh, it's a Sunday. Oh, it's early morning. But yes, to find fault, you don't have to do PhD. We will really find faults everywhere. There is everywhere there is an ocean of fault. It's called Kaler Dose Nidhe Rajan. Kaler Dose, in this age of Kali, Dosa Nidhi. This place is called Dosa Nidhi. It's an ocean of faults. But yes, my dear friend, whenever, always there is a cloud, still there is some silver lining. And yes, in the age of Kali, there are so many bad qualities, but Asti Eka Mahan Guna. There is one very beautiful quality is there in the age of Kali. This is foretold by Vyasadeva 5000 years back, written in Bhagavata. He is saying, Kirtanadiva Krishnasya Mukta Sangha Parambraje. This Kirtan of the Lord's name, of Lord Krishna's name. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This chanting of the holy name, Mukta Sangha Param Praje. Just by doing this, we can really go back to Godhead. We can really attain the love of Godhead. Yes, earlier to get liberation into moksha, people used to perform some dhyana, some fire sacrifices, or some deity worship. But follow that Hari Kirtana. In the age of Kali, we get so much benefit just by chanting the holy names of the Lord. Because yes, definitely there is a benefit for fire sacrifices or any other process. But the thing is that if you do it incomplete, you don't get any result. And sometimes if you do it incorrectly, you get opposite result. But especially in this process of bhakti, the simple chanting of the holy name, it is mentioned that Neha Vikarma Nasute Pratyabhaya Swalpam. Just by doing a little bit on this path, right? And the person's credit never goes down. You don't get bankrupt in this process. So yes, and to establish this process, that the chanting of the holy name is the highest, sweetest, most auspicious. Lord appeared as Mahaprabhu. And this is there, yes, in the scriptures. It's not somebody's concoction. It's not, some says it's a mythology. It is there as a Purana. It is a history. And it has been foretold by our acharyas. Krishna varnam tisha Krishnam Sangha pangastra parsadam Yajnaim sankirtanam praya Jajantahi sumedhasa. It is mentioned that Sumedhasa. Yes, there are smart people are there. Who are the smart people? Who are having smartphones?
No.
No? Yes. Seen us. Hari Om. You see, like one time a big scholar had come to visit Srila Prabhupada. And Prabhupada asked, tell me something about God. Who is God? And then the scholar said, oh Swamiji, God, He's so vast. Only after going through this Vedantas for decades, learning through this Vyakaran for decades, by doing austerity for decades, we really understand God. And then there was a small girl, her name was Saraswati, the daughter of Shamsundar Prabhu and Malki Mataji. And Prabhupada asked her, Saraswati, who is God? And Saraswati replied, Krishna is God. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God.
That's shortcut.
Right? You see, this is what exactly, right? We talk about, the most sweetest and the most simplest process. Yes, it is difficult, but with the mercy of Mahaprabhu, with the mercy of the Guru Parampara, the most difficult things has become easiest. Duskaram sukaram bhavet. The most difficult things become the most easiest. Kathanchana smrute yasmi. If you just take center of this, these two wonderful personalities, the most difficult things becomes the easiest. Yes, the smartest people are there who are Yajnaim Sankirtana, who are doing Sankirtana Yajna, who are chanting the holy names of the Lord. Established by whom? By the Lord who has come with Tvisha Krishnam, which is golden form, which is Krishna Varnam, who is always chanting the name of Lord. And what exactly his weapons? His weapons are not like Shankha Chakra Gada Padma. This is the beauty of the Lord. That's why our Acharya is saying that Brajendra Nandana Jai Sachi Suto Hoilo Se Balarama Hoilo Nitai. The same Brajendra Nandan Krishna, he has become Sachichuta Gauranga. And same Balaram has become Nitai. Yes, and we discussed in detail on Nityananda Trodasi how they have really delivered, even the most sinful, most fallen, like Jagaya Madhaya. Right? Yes, the Lord has appeared to spread His holy names of the Lord. Yoga Dharma Pravartaimo Nama Sankirtanam Chari Bhava Bhakti Dhyana Chamu Bhavana. So Mahaprabhu, the Lord Krishna, he is saying that yes, in this Kali Yuga, I will come to spread this Nama Sankirtana. And I will establish Chari Bhava Bhakti. These are the four mellows. What are the four mellows? Yes. People approach Lord. Okay, there are different kinds of people are there. Some people, they don't have any faith in the Lord. Their life's motto is just enjoy Madi, right? Without thinking anything else. There are some people, they want to enjoy but following the Vedic scriptures. Okay, on this day we'll eat something, on that day we can eat anything, right? So, just following some rules and regulations, at least they are a little better. But then there are some people who they think that no. This human life that we got is not for enjoyment. We are the soul. Let's leave away everything and let's think about the Lord. They are called Jnanis. And then above the Jnanis are the Bhaktas who really understand that yes, we have got this human life to connect to the Supreme Lord. They don't look away from the Lord, or they don't look away from this world, right? To renounce, to demonize the world, or they don't look at the world to enjoy or to romanticize it, but they look at the world, how we can really engage everything in the Lord's service. That is the process of bhakti. Not to enjoy, not to renounce, but to engage everything in the Lord's service. And then, yes, some people, they approach the Lord maybe with fear. Oh, if I don't do these things, maybe, I'll get some punishment. Some people, they approach the Lord, oh, I'll go there to get something. Oh, if I put one nariyal, definitely I'll get one promotion. If I get one promotion, good, maybe one fasting I will do, then maybe one more zero will get added into my salary. Or some people, they go to Lord, oh Lord, you have given so much to us. It's out of gratitude. Just like a child also. Sometimes child, now it's exam time. Child study because they are fearful of the parents. If I don't study, then mommy will really get angry. And then some kids, they study, because if I study, then Papa said, as soon as the exam is over, he will take for vacation. Right? With some mood to enjoy. Then there are some kids, and they say, oh, my parents, they are doing so much. They are working so hard. Can I not do these things for their pleasure? They are asking us a little bit for me to study. Can I not do these things? That's out of just a duty. It is out of gratitude. But then the highest kind of kids are they? Who are they? Who just study. They love. They love to study. They like to study. They like to do more research. Who do you think would be the best kids? Who are always right for the lotus feet of the Lord. And to teach us, Lord appears devotee to teach us. Sometimes a teacher also writes A, B, C, D. It's not that teacher doesn't know, but just to help the kids, teacher also writes. Similarly, Lord appears to teach us how to love the Lord. Achari mo bhakta bhavangikare apani achari bhakti sikhai mo shavare. So Lord is saying that apani kare mo bhakta bhavangikare. I come in the mood of a devotee. Apani achari. This is the most beautiful thing of this, this Supreme Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What? Apani achari. He is showing with his example. Achari. Yes. Yes, this is a beautiful thing that this, he's practicing. He's not just only preaching. He's not only just instructing. Oh, Arjuna, surrender everything, and then he come back. But then he is showing that, oh my dear devotees, oh my dear friends, this is how you should serve the Lord. Let's in this way. Yes. Yes. There are so many pastimes are there, but we thought covering some pastime. Where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he appeared in Bengal, in Navadip. That childhood pastimes will be covering after Chaitanya Prabhu will be covering on Friday evening. I request all of you to join. And next Sunday we'll have also a big program where we'll be talking about after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, and then how he travelled in the South India. That will be covering on next Sunday. And today we'll cover what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did while he was travelling in the north part of India. So Mahaprabhu had always this desire to go to Vrindavan. He tried many times to go to Vrindavan, but he was not able to go. Somehow or other, he was not able to go. And finally, one night, he took one of his dear associate called Balabhadra Bhattacharya, and on a off-road through the forest path, he wanted to go to Vrindavan. But mode of Mahaprabhu is that wherever he goes, he really, always absorbed in chanting the holy names of the Lord, because that's the highest form of love that we can offer to the Lord. And then, just by seeing Him, others also start chanting. And here it is mentioned, एक दिन पथे व्यग्र करिया छे शयन आवे से तार गाय प्रभुर लागिला चरण. So Mahaprabhu was going completely in ecstatic mood along with Balabhadra Bhattacharya who was really following him. And somehow or other, Mahaprabhu in so much of ecstasy, he didn't realize there was one Vyagra. There was one tiger. Tiger, no? Somehow Mahaprabhu touched with his lotus feet. Then what will happen after that? You will get scared and then start running. Save me, save me, save me. But in this case, what happened?
After lotus feet touches tiger, tiger will get the good heart to be kind to the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and that he will get the heart to be very kind to others and not be like I will kill you.
Just by chanting the holy names of the Lord, even an animal's heart get transformed. Animal's heart get transformed and he becomes free from enviousness. And then he is saying, Prabhu Koi, at that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he touched his lotus feet with the tiger, he didn't get scared or he didn't leave or he didn't run. But at that point in time, Mahaprabhu said to that Vyagra, Kaho Krishna Vyagra Uthila, like, oh Vyagra, please chant the name of Lord Krishna. And at that point of time, the tiger, that tiger stood and said, Krishna, Krishna. Somebody might think, is it really possible that tiger can chant? Like, recently we had visited our Guruvayur. Guruvayur, how many of you been to Guruvayur? Some of you might have. There is a big elephant farm is there, where they really can bring these elephants to carry Lord Guruvayur. And somehow, like a couple of devotees were there and we were doing kirtan. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. When he was chanting, the tiger also was dancing like this. The elephant was dancing like this.
We feel good when we are chanting.
Yes.
We feel happy like
Yes. It's like even you see, like that's what we're talking about. Even a small child can experience, even an animal can experience by hearing the holy names of the Lord. This is the power of the holy name. This is the strength of the holy name, that it can transform anyone, anything. That's why Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami is saying, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Daya Karo Vichar Vichar Korile Chitte Paive Chamatkar. Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami, just think of the mercy of Mahaprabhu. If you just think a little bit, you'll be surprised to know what? The mercy of Mahaprabhu. Like how difficult it is to transform anybody's heart. Right? Yes, it's easy to kind of go and break a coconut. It's easy to do some fire sacrifice. It is easy to maybe do one day fasting, but to fast from our anarthas, is it easy? So difficult.
we should feel more devotion and with more like we should be like I love you God.
Hari, you see, this is how, man. Kam karoti vachalam pangum langayati giri. We have heard that. This is the mercy of Mahaprabhu. This is the mercy of Acharyas. Right? Even a small child can understand the epitome of all these essence of the scriptures. Mahaprabhu has really distributed this love of Godhead without discriminating anyone or any place. Patra patra vichar nahi sthan asthan jai jaha paye taha kare premadan. Some people at some point of time they were saying, oh, you are from this caste, you are from this place, or you are from this gender, you are not allowed to do this, you are allowed. There's so much of rules and regulations. Once he was distributing the highest form of love of Godhead, he was not distinguishing anyone. He is not discriminating anyone, for receiving this love of God. He's saying, like last time when we were discussing about Nityananda, Mark hai prema daye. Even when Nityananda Prabhu was getting beaten, right, he was getting the mercy. That yes, and the heart of a cruel, right, arrogant, envious kind of a people like Jaga and Madha is not to be transformed. It's because of the causeless mercy of Govardhan. So yes, as chanting through the third kind of voice, not only all animals, like the animals, like tiger and deers and elephants, they were coming and singing and dancing. But also somehow or other, some people, some tribal people, they were going in touch with Mahaprabhu. Even they were also getting modified. They were also getting transformed. Jai Grama Diya Jana Jaha Kare Sthiti Se Sava Grama Lokero. The places where Mahaprabhu was traveling, all the people there, their heart was getting transformed. They were really attaining this highest, epitome of all. That's a prema bhakti. Not only that, the people somehow or other, because of somebody used to go to other village, because of some relative or because to sell something, to buy something. When they used to go to that village, all the villagers of that village, they were getting transformed. Right? Like some people really get scared of COVID or this virus or that virus. But this, in a positive way, this Harinam Sankirtana is so contagious. And you see that. Yes, it started by one old man who was at the age of 70s. He started chanting on under a tree. Right? At the age of 70s means like, if you take care of ourselves, that means a lot. Right? And he's really went on a cargo ship, going through so much of heart attack, so much of difficulty, without anyone or any money. And he sat under a tree, and then it's just a matter of time. Now you talk about any place in any part of the world, you will see that Hare Krishna is there. How it is possible? Yes, this is what it is. Jai Grama Diya Jana Jaha Kare Sthiti. Somehow or other somebody gets contacted. Recently I was hearing one that devotee had just visited one house, and he was saying that, that lady greeted Hare Krishna. This devotee got good. How come you know about Hare Krishna? On the interior part of the West. He said, yes. Once I was really gifted a book, Bhagavad Gita. That time, just a couple of weeks back only. One devotee was, I think, West, another airport. He was going to check in. And this lady, she told Hare Krishna, and this devotee got surprised. How do you know that I am Hare Krishna? I see, I know that the Hare Krishna, they wear this Kanki Mala. But how do you know about it? Yes, somebody really gifted me a book. Devotee. Yes, somehow or other somebody gets a book. By reading these books, their heart getting transformed. This is the power. And I was very happy to hear that, between Purandar Prabhu and Mataji, last week they were in London. And I heard from Mataji that she was in a and adjacent to her seat, there was elderly, Western gentleman was there. And she started speaking, and at the end, he got so mesmerized by the philosophy, right? And he wanted to have a book. And so Mataji didn't have a book, but she was always carrying. Mataji said, Mataji, maybe she can tell the story better, right? And she really gave her pocket Bhagavad Gita, whatever she had. That's correct, Mataji? Yes. I was so happy to hear that whatever we hear that Jare Dekho Tare Kaho Krishna Upadesh, Mataji didn't leave that, okay, this is the time for me to take rest now. Right? No. She kind of went ahead and she started sharing, yes, because this is the best gift that I have. If you have some best sweet, you want to share with everybody. Right? Oh, this is the best sweet. Why don't you come and test it? I was so happy to hear that. Mother has so much excitement, so much enthusiasm to share. And we saw that in the last Nityananda Triodasi. Right? She along with her colleagues, right? All of the colleagues, they came together and performed a nice skit. Right? It's not that they attended a Gita course, they just, her colleagues. Right? And this is the same drama, right? Like Nityananda Prabhu, how, right, he transformed the Dakayat, right? Dakayat group, and then he told that chief Dakayat, now you go and make a Dakayat Sankirtan party and you transform all the Dakayats. And now Mataji received this beautiful, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, this Paramo Osadi, this Amrita. I said, oh, it is so nice. Can I share with my colleagues also? Every day they have chanting session in the office with the colleagues. Yes, it's not that everybody can do it, or everybody, right? But that enthusiasm, to share, because yes, this is the best thing that we can have. And as Mahaprabhu was really traveling through this forest, from one village to another village, he was really transforming so many people, right? And everybody was really dancing and crying and smiling, with whatever they were receiving with the mercy of Mahaprabhu. And what was really happening? It is really mentioned also. At that point of time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came to a place called Varanasi. Which place? Varanasi. Varanasi is famous for what? Varanasi silk. Yes, Varanasi is famous for Kasi Vishwanath temple. And yes, all the sannyasis, they are very fond of, they are tapa, they are jnana, Vedantists, they used to be there at that point of time. And at that point of time, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went there, completely in ecstasy, singing and dancing, people observed, he doesn't seem to be an ordinary sannyasi, what we have in Varanasi. He is different. And then at that point of time, there used to be a chief. His name was Prakasananda Saraswati. And one of his assistants, he went to this Prakasananda Saraswati and said, "Oh Swamiji, do you know that one extraordinary sannyasi has come from Jagannath Puri? But he is different, he is special. How? Sakala dekhiye tate adbhuta kathana prakhanda sarira sudha kanchana varana." He's adbhuta, he's like, really astonishing. He's a prakhanda sarira, he's ajanu lambito bhujo, his arms are extending towards the knees, and he's so beautiful. Sudha kanchana varana, it's a golden form. Ajanu lambito bhujanu kamala nayana, yatu kichu iswarara sarva salakhyana. He has all the attributes of godly features. Especially, there are some scriptures which really mention that what are the attributes of a divine person? What are the attributes of the Lord? Like, you should have a long nose, you should have better eyes, you have a deep navel, like how these should be like pink color. So there are so many features are there. And being a scholar, the assistant knew that this person doesn't seem to be an ordinary human being. He definitely, he's a sarva lakshana. He has all the attributes of the Supreme Lord. Tara dekhi jnana hai ei Narayan. Seeing him, I feel that he is the Supreme Lord Narayana. Jai tare dekha kare Krishna Sankirtan. And whoever just have darshan of him, they start chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Not only that, Nirantara, no antar, without any gap. You know, he has been chanting the names of the Lord, Jivatara, always, tongue vibrating the names of Krishna. And a Duinetre Asrubhare Ganga Dharapaya. Just like the Ganga, right, is flowing, similarly the water is from his tear, from his eyes, right, with so much of love. And not only that, Khyana nache hasega ya kara ek randana, Khyana hunkara kare simera garjana. He's dancing, he's smiling, he's singing, he's crying, and sometimes he's roaring. What is he? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. That's why Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami says that Chaitanya Simhera Nava Dive Avatara Simha Griva Simha Virya Simha Hunkara. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he appeared in this star as a Leo, and he's a Simha Griva. It's like Simha's neck, Simha Virya, like strength of a lion, and a Simhera Hunkara. Whenever he used to chant the holy names, he was like roaring like lion. Right? Why this analogy of lion is given? Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami is saying that in our heart, just like in a cave. And in that cave, there are so many huge elephants are there. They are just lying around. Who are the elephants? These elephants are none other than our anarthas. And whenever this Chaitanya Simha, he goes to our heart, right? And once that Chaitanya Simha cries out, Krishna, Krishna! Yes, in that cave, when the name of the Lord goes, all the elephants run away. But for that, we have to chant like Krishna, Krishna. How? You have to chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Yes, and our answers, we have to chant loudly. Right? Of course, yes, not all the places we can chant. But if we cannot chant loudly, we can chant loudly from our heart. Yes, our mouth might not kind of create that sound, but our hearts would really cry out. Our hearts would really cry out. Now, one of our devotee, his name is Devamritan Swami Maharaj, one of the disciple of Srila Prabhupada, who preaches in New Zealand and Australia. He used to say that, whenever you see some temptation, right, either in terms of last grid or either, and how do you really get protected? You start praying to the Lord of those who really removes all the anarthas. Who is that? Nityananda. Heart, you should really call out, oh God! You should really call out. Right? Either we are in the bus, or we are in the office, or we are at home. In our mouth it might not come, but our hearts would really cry out. Right? Yes. This is what Mahaprabhu is teaching us. That how we should cry for the mercy of Krishna. From the heart. And that assistant saying to Prakashananda Saraswati, Jagata Mangalata Krishna Chaitanya Nama Rupa Gunatara Sabha Anupama. And it's beautiful. What is beautiful? His name is beautiful, his form is beautiful, his qualities are beautiful, everything is beautiful, everything is sweet. Madhuram, we have heard that. Everything is sweet. So here, everything is Anupam, everything is so beautiful, everything is so graceful. About Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And his name is Krishna Chaitanya. And at that point of time, and when he heard that, he just ignored that Prakashananda Saraswati. And at that point of time, one of the Mahaprabhu's associates, friend was there. And then he came back to Mahaprabhu. And he said that, oh Mahaprabhu, we heard that, somehow these sannyasis are there. We are not able to appreciate you, at least especially the chief of this sannyasi, Prakashananda Saraswati, and other sannyasis also, still they are not able to appreciate, your purpose of coming here, your singing and dancing. Why it is so? Why some people, they don't understand the Lord? They still ask, where is Lord? Who is Lord? And there are so many questions. Why they don't understand? At that point of time, Mahaprabhu responds, Ata Sri Krishna Namadi Na Bhave Grayamindrai Sivan Mukhe Jivado Swayam Vivaspurati Yada. Mahaprabhu said, yes, my dear friends, it's, we cannot see Krishna, we cannot realize Krishna on our own, through our senses. We cannot ask Krishna, oh Krishna, you should appear in my, in front of me. Krishna is not like a waitress or a supplier that we ask him and he will be there. Yes. Like even let's say to see a prime minister, to see a CEO of company, you need a qualification. Similarly, to see the Supreme Lord, what do you have to do? You have to deserve the desire. And how do you deserve? By really doing the needful. What is that doing the needful? Sevan mukhehi jivado. We have to serve the Lord through our tongue, by chanting the holy names of the Lord, and by honoring Krishna Prasada. By just starting the devotional service, starting from the tongue, right? Then we can realize the Lord. That's why it is mentioned, we can understand Krishna not through our senses, but through our seva, with our tongue. And at that point of time, Mahaprabhu was still feeling that, oh yes, I have come here to distribute this love of Krishna. But see, unfortunately, right, yes, I could transform, right, I could transform the people in the forest, but I am not able to transform these people in Varanasi. It's so unfortunate. And he was feeling that, yes, I am really carrying this fruits basket. What kind of a fruits? This love of Godhead fruit. Krishna Prema Phala. This phala, doesn't have a, like very soon we are getting the mango season. And the mango season what? You really like Alfonso Ratnagiri mangoes, right? Which has a very small seed, very, very thin, skin, very juicy, right? But here Mahaprabhu is distributing Prema Phala, who doesn't have a seed, doesn't have a skin, and it's only phala. Sweet juice is there. And Mahaprabhu is saying that I am bringing such a big basket of Prema Phala, and somehow unfortunately in this place of Kasi, Varanasi, nobody is taking it. And I'm so unfortunate. How far I will go? How far will I carry? This is that Prema Phala who doesn't have skin and seed means this process of bhakti, which is free from karma and jnana, which is free from any sides, and this is what we get it. But unfortunately, in this place of Kasi, people are not able to realize it. Bhavakari vachiteyami ayasi pure grahakanani navikaya layaya ghare. What to do now? I am carrying such a big basket of fruits, but there is no grahak. There is no customer to take it. Like yes, we are distributing this love of Godhead. Somehow others people give little bit. You understand what he saying? That yes, you don't have the qualification to receive this Prema Phala, to receive this love of Godhead, love for Krishna. But if little bit, Shraddha Mulye, just have a little bit of Shraddha, then I will give you completely. This is what God is saying. Yes, we might not have the qualification, but just little bit of Shraddha we have towards the Lord, towards the spiritual master, towards Sri Gaur Nitai, and then, yes, will be soured with the love of Godhead. We will be given the tons of this Krishna Prema Phala. This is the compassion of Mahaprabhu. So yes, that's what I say. Lord does not see our qualification. Right? How much a big scholar we are, how much slokas we have learned, how much we are doing tapasya. No, Lord is our bhava. And how much with the love we are offering to the Lord. Right? That's why alpa sulpa mulya. Little bit of faith in this process, and then I'll give you everything. But then Mahaprabhu said, okay, this is not the time, Avan, because my heart is really eager to go there, to meet all the residents, all the beautiful places where Lord Krishna had performed so pastimes. And maybe we'll sing this song on later, or we had sung this song earlier also. Dhule dhule gora chan hari guna gan Asya Vrindavane nache gorara dhule dhule gora chan hari guna. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was singing and dancing, and he appeared. He came to Vrindavan, Asya Vrindavana nache gorara. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was really singing, right? Going to all the forests. And once he went to different places, different forests in Vrindavan, all the deers, peacocks, they were realizing that, oh, our Lord has appeared once again. They were coming and licking, they were speaking, and there was Sukha and Sari, they were so become jubilant, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was traveling all over the place. And then he, after traveling to the different forests, going to Govardhan, Radha Kund and Syam Kund, Mahaprabhu sometimes he used to be so ecstatic, completely maddened with, intoxicated with the love of Krishna, that sometimes he would jump on the Yamuna, and Balabhadra Bhattacharya, somehow he would go and bring Mahaprabhu into the external consciousness. And Balabhadra Bhattacharya also was thinking that, oh, so many people are coming again and again and again and again, to disturb Mahaprabhu's mood. Maybe this is not the right place. So now, let's leave Vrindavan and go to a nice place where there is a nice Mela is happening. This is the year of, I think, 1511 or 1512. Right? And during that point of time, Balabhadra Bhattacharya is saying, yes, there is a Magha Mela happening. Where? Prayag. And then Balabhadra Bhattacharya said, Mahaprabhu, now let's go to Prayag and let's leave this Vrindavan. And Mahaprabhu said, okay, as you say. And then Mahaprabhu came along with some of his associates and Balabhadra Bhattacharya to Prayag. And what happened in Prayag? Prabhu chaliya chena bindu madhava darshane laksha laksha loke aise prabhu ramilane. So, at that point in time, yes, Mahaprabhu went to the Sangam, of course he took bath, and there was a place called Dasaswamedha Ghat, where, he used to take bath, and then he used to go to this Bindu Madhava temple. Currently also we see that's a Veni Madhava temple. He used to go and take darshan of the lordships. And as he was singing and dancing, and as we said, how could the place, the residents of Prayag can really escape, being intoxicated by the love of Mahaprabhu. So what was really happening? Just in that place of Prayag, just having the darshan of Mahaprabhu, Keho Kande, some people were crying, some people were smiling, some people were dancing, some people were singing. By doing what? Krishna, Krishna! Can we try again? Yes, once you chant these beautiful names of the Lord, we can also feel that. We can also feel that ecstasy of Kande, Hase, Nache, Gaya. We can really feel once we chant this holy name with that pure heart. Krishna, Krishna, Bali, Keho, Koda Kodi Jaya. People are rolling on the ground by just chanting this holy name of the Lord. And Krishna's Kaviraj Goswami, this author of this biography of Mahaprabhu, is saying that Ganga Yamuna Prayaga Narila Dubaite Prabhu Dubaila Krishna Premera Banyate. Krishna Kaviraj Goswami is saying that so far there has not been any flood because of the water of Ganga and Yamuna. But now a big flood has come to Prayag. What is that flood?
Hare Krishna.
Yes. Prabhu Dubaila Krishna Premera Vanya. There is a Prema Vanya. There is a love of Godhead. And there is a Vanya, there is a flood that has come. And it is really flooding this Prayag. And in that place, yes, he was really flooding all the residents. At the same time, there was one of the associates of Mahaprabhu. His name was Rupa Goswami. This Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, they were the two brothers. They were the ministers in this Badshah, right? In this Muslim king in Calcutta at that point of time. But somehow, being inspired by Mahaprabhu, they left their kingdom, they left their elevated post of being a finance minister and home minister, that Hussain Badshah, right? And Rupa Goswami had already donated whatever the gold coins and everything, 50% to the Vaishnavas, 25% to some relatives, and 25% he had kept as an emergency. And along with his nephew, it's called Anupam, he started living. And at that point in time, he was there also in Prayag. And this Rupa Goswami, on this place, he saw that this Mahaprabhu has come. And Mahaprabhu is sitting. And Rupa Goswami, he approached Rupa Goswami. And at that point of time, seeing the sincerity of Rupa Goswami, Mahaprabhu, he empowered Rupa Goswami with all the scriptures, all the tattvas, all the truth that anybody can think of. That's why all of us, we call ourselves Rupanugas. We are the followers of Rupa Goswami. Because Rupa Goswami is one of the chief disciples of Mahaprabhu. Because he really understood the mood of Mahaprabhu. Right? And here in this case, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu really empowered Rupa Goswami. Mahaprabhu really embraced Rupa Goswami. And he gave different philosophical knowledge to Rupa Goswami. What is that knowledge? Krishna Tattva, Bhakta Tattva, Rasa Tattva, Pranta, Sabha Sikhaila, Prabhu, Bhagavata, Siddhanta. The essence of Bhagavat, Srimad Bhagavat Siddhanta, right? He taught. What are the Bhagavat Siddhanta? Krishna Tattva, Bhakti Tattva, Rasa Tattva, right? During our Gita course also, we have discussed the essence of all the Vedic scriptures. It can be summarized in 3 concepts. What is that? Sambandha, Abhideya and the Prayojan. Sambandha means who am I, who is Krishna, and what is our relation. That is Sambandha. That is Krishna Tattva. Then, now we understand the relationship. How do you re-establish that relationship? How do you connect to Krishna? Yes, there are so many processes are there, but the best process is Bhakti. Bhakti, yes. In Bhakti also, there are Navavidha Bhakti, there are 64 links of Bhakti are there. Tar Madhya Sarvasreshta Nama Sankirtan. Right? Yes. The Abhideya is Bhakti Tattva. And then when we re-establish that relationship with the process of Bhakti, then what is the result? The result is this Rasa, this Krishna Prema Rasa. So all these things, Sambandha, Abhideya, Prayojana, Krishna Tattva, Bhakti Tattva, Rasa Tattva, all these things, Mahaprabhu empowered Rupa Goswami to learn and to share. So there are so many scriptures in our Goswamis, led by Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, they have written. Especially once you go to, once again, this Banaras Hindu University right now, so BHU, right? There is a department to study the books of Goswami, especially of Jiva Goswami. Like different sandarbhas are there. People do years of grammar study, even just to understand one line of this. Right? And our acharyas have written hundreds and thousands of verses. Right? Nana Sastra Vicharanaika Nipuno Sadharma Samsthapako. So, all the Goswamis, the Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Jiva Goswami, they have understood the essence of all the scriptures. Nana Sastra Vicharanaika. and being now empowered by Mahaprabhu, they have written those scriptures. And yes, and how can really somebody understand all these things? Because Sri Rupa Hridaya Prabhu Sakti Sancharila Sarva Tattva Nirupane Pravina Karila. So Mahaprabhu really empowered, because yes, I can really offer maybe tons of nectar on a pot, but a pot should have also capacity to hold that milk. With the mercy of Mahaprabhu, Rupa Goswami could collect all these philosophies. And then, Mahaprabhu taught this process of cultivation, this process of bhakti. What is it? How does a person starts bhakti? Where does the bhakti start? How does the bhakti start? The bhakti starts when somehow or other, with the mercy of Guru and Krishna, with the mercy of the Lord Krishna and with the mercy of spiritual master, somebody gets a seed of bhakti. Just like on a land, we sow the seed, and once we sow the seed, right, on a fertile land, and then we water the seed, and it gets sprouted, and then a sapling comes, and when the sapling comes, and then a big plant comes, right? So here also Mahaprabhu is teaching us. What is teaching us? That yes, we get a seed of bhakti lata. We get, what is a seed? Seed is nothing but the faith. The faith in the process of the holy name. The faith in our scriptures. Faith in the Vaishnavas. That is the seed. That we get it once we associate with the devotees. Once we sincerely cry to Krishna, once we sincerely cry to the Lord, then Krishna prasade Guru mile. Guru will come and somehow or other will invite you to Gita course or give you a prasad, give you a book. And once you read a book, once you come to the program, once you honor prasadam, then the faith comes out. That's how the seed of bhakti comes with the mercy of Krishna and Guru. So Lord sees our sincerity, He sends His representative, and then we get connected to the Lord through one process by developing some faith. And once you develop that faith, then yes, it's not a one-time process. We just attend one-time program, come once in a Janmashtami, and then yes, we become devotees. No, the process is that, it's once you sow the seed, it's not that you go after 3 months and you'll harvest from that plant. From that plant, is it possible? No, you have to regularly water it. You have to regularly water it, and then a big plant will come out. Right? Do you agree?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
But you agree.
But how many have been to any paddy field or
Where?
very paddy field, like where they do any crops, right? So yes, they sow the seed, right, and they water it, right, regularly. And how in the process of bhakti, how do we water it? Yes, by Sravana Kirtana Jale Karaye Sanchana, by regularly, by hearing and chanting. That's what we say. It's not a one-time process, it's an everyday process. Every day we do hearing and chanting, and that's how we strengthen our faith. That's how our bhakti lata will get strengthened. This is what all Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying to whom? Rupa Goswami. Very good. And he says that yes, Ananda Buddhi Vardhanam. Yes, the plant is growing, this bhakti lata is growing, our faith is increasing, we are following the process of bhakti. And then yes, just a matter of time, this plant will grow, and it will have so much of branches and the leaves, and then flowers, and then prema phala will come, will develop this love of God, and that's where we really feel that ecstasy. Right? At the same time, there is a but. What is that but? Is it that we sow the seed and the plant grows and nothing happens beyond it? There are also, there are so many animals also come together. They want to destroy that crop. We have to ensure that there is a fence around. the crop also needs to be protected. Right? And what are those animals that they come to destroy us? Yadi Vaishnava aparadhe hute hati mata upade va chinde tara sukhi jaya pata. Now yes, there are big animals like mad elephant. Elephant to elephant. This is mad elephant. Hati mata. Right? The mad elephant comes and really kind of destroys all the crops. So please ensure that you have a strong fence to take care of this mad elephant. What is that mad elephant, my dear friends, in our process of bhakti? Yes, Vaishnava para. Offending a Vaishnava, insulting a Vaishnava, right? Not being pleasing a Vaishnava. Yes, because we should understand that we receive this bhakti through Guru, through Vaishnavas, through sadhus, and how at any point of time we should be ungrateful or forgetting or blaspheming or angry or insulting a Vaishnava. Because in this process of bhakti, as you realize, this sadhu sangha, this Vaishnava sangha, the association of the devotee is a root and also the fruit. Through the association of the devotees, we get bhakti, and at the end also, once we develop this love of Godhead, at that time also, we need this association of devotees to release it. On our own, we cannot develop bhakti, we cannot build bhakti, we cannot have faith in the bhakti. Right? So it is impossible. Srila Prabhupada used to say that if somebody thinks that I can practice bhakti on my own, he is a really illusion. We have to practice bhakti in the association of devotees. Now, yes, this Vaishnava Sangha is really our fence. Right? They will protect us from all the aparadhas that we might commit. Right? Yes, the Vaishnava dealings, to be respectful to the Vaishnavas. Right? Sadachar with the Vaishnavas. That will really help us in protecting from these aparadhas. And not only that, not only there are outside animals, but also apart from the seeds, there are also sort of lot of weeds. Right? Sometimes you might have said the weeds become more stronger than the main plant. You have seen that? Like in this field also, if you grow some, let's say tulasi, or you grow some flower, sometimes the weeds become more stronger. So you have to ensure that you have to cut the weeds. Once you cut the weeds, what happens? It grows again stronger. So what our Acharya is saying, we have to uproot the weeds. What do you have to do? Uproot the weeds. Uproot it from the root. Right? Recently, right, we had a tulasi plant, and we had kind of put some seed there, and we saw that tulasi was coming out, and the weeds were also coming out, and its weed was really strong. I just tried to grab it, and somehow I could not go to the root, and I just broke it. And just a matter of time, right, that weed also became more stronger and a bigger plant. Right? And to take that weed now, it was much more stronger. And I had to really bring a small knife actually, right, to take it out. Right? Similarly, once we start the process of bhakti as well, right, these weeds also, what are those weeds? It's a profit, adoration, distinction, puja, lava, pratishtha. Earlier nobody was caring us. Nobody was respecting us. Now as we come in the satsang, devotees start respecting. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Prabhuji. They become so respectful to us. They offer a garland to us. And we start believing, yes, now I have become, like Prabhu. It is just a matter of time. I will also become Mahaprabhu. Right? Yes. We start kind of believing others. So, yes, this Nisidhachara, Kutinati, Jiva Himsa, Labha, Puja, Pratishtha, to get more this greed, to develop this hankering for puja, and to develop this pratishtha, that I want a bigger prestige and all that. These are called upasakhas. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he told Rupa Goswami to be careful. So how does the process start? First it starts with sowing the seed. Then second, watering the seed. Third, fencing the creeper. Fourth, removing the unwanted creepers. So in our process of bhakti, how does it start? First, we get that seed in terms of the instruction from the spiritual master, instruction from Krishna. This instructions, how once we develop some faith, right, onto those instructions. Once we and then we follow those instructions by watering regularly, by hearing and chanting, by Sravanam and Kirtan. That's a regular watering process. And then we have to be careful about the Vaishnava aparads, that animals, that fencing, through Sadachar, through Vaishnava Sangha, through appropriate Vaishnava dealings. And then we have to be also very careful of the weeds that might look like bhakti, but these are very dangerous. So you have to really take them out, all this puja, labha, pratishtha, this profit, address and distinction that we get in the process of bhakti. Okay? So yes, after that Rupa Goswami, he goes to Vrindavan, and then somehow or other Sanatana Goswami comes and he offers his respectful obeisances to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Very beautifully, right? He is praying to Mahaprabhu that, oh Mahaprabhu, I am really a Nicha, I am really the most insignificant, most fallen person. I don't know anything. Some people say that, oh, I know Urdu, I know Sanskrit, I know Hindi, this, that. Oh, everybody is saying, oh, Panditji, Panditji, because I know so many languages, I know so many scriptures, but I don't know what is good for me, what is bad for me. Oh Lord, I don't know who am I. He's saying that, oh, somebody might say that, oh, I was the Prime Minister, I was this and that. But yes, I am suffering so much. Who am I? He's really surrendered, left everything, all this kingdom, and now he has surrendered. And our Acharya is saying that this episode, right, is like, where the Bhagavad Gita ends. Bhagavad Gita ends where? Sarva dharman parityaja mam ekam saranam praja, right? A devotee, Arjuna, surrenders to Krishna. And at that point of time, right, then he follows the duties. But here, this process, the Chaitanya Charitamrita, the meeting of Sanatana Goswami to Mahaprabhu, it's like, he has already surrendered to Mahaprabhu, right? And he is asking at that point of time, what is my duty? What should I do after surrendering you? Right? What is the sadhya? What is sadhana? What is my goal? And what is the process to achieve that goal? Please tell me. And this is, you can say, the E equal to MC square of our spirituality. In physics, we have that famous formula, right? Which really takes into account everything, right? This first line that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tells to Sanatana Goswami. What is saying that? Oh, Sanatan, you are asking who are you? You are? Krishna said you are the soul. But now here Mahaprabhu is going one step further. He is saying, Jivera Sarupa Vai Krishna Nitya Dasa. You are the eternal servant of Krishna. This is how he is really once again re-emphasizing this Sambandha Gyan to Sanatana Goswami. Yeah, somebody might think that, oh, why do you want to be a servant? People say, oh, you want to be a servant? I want to be God. But we don't understand. We are always serving someone. Somebody, no, I am not serving anyone. Is it true? No. Somebody might say, no, I have my own startup. And at my home also, right? Either you ask husband, husband will say, yes, I know the owner. And if you ask wife, he will say, I know who is the owner.
I have the permission of my wife to say.
Right? Yes. Right? But then all of us know that all of us are the servants of our anarthas. Right? You can understand, just a little bit of provocation, temptation, we get angry, we get greedy, we get, lusty. So, yes, we might say that we are not the servant of anyone, but we are the servants of the agents of Maya. They are this lust, greed, anger, this, sad ripu, sad anarthas. Right? And now, Lord is saying, you have a choice. Either you want to be the Das, servant of Maya, or servant of Krishna. Right? If you want to be the servant of this Maya with the 6 agents, then Punarapi Janani Jathare. Like one again and again, you will be tossed by these agents of this lust, greed, anger. But if you want to take shelter of Krishna, Krishna Das, then all these things will run away from you. And then you will really develop that love. That yes, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is really explained once again. Krishna, Krishna Bhakti, Prema, Tina Mahadan. Our true wealth is Bhakti Dhana. Okay. So we'll just go a little faster now because what had happened. So Mahaprabhu has reached Varanasi. Right? In Varanasi, the sannyasis led by Prakashananda Saraswati, they didn't recognize Mahaprabhu, but somehow Mahaprabhu went on to Prayag. In Prayag, he flooded with the love of Godhead, and then he went to Mathura, Vrindavan, and then once again he came back and he gave Rupa Siksha. He gave Siksha to Rupa Goswami about this process of bhakti, and then Rupa Goswami he went to Vrindavan, and Mahaprabhu from this place, from Prayag, he came to Varanasi. In Varanasi, he met Sanatana Goswami. And then, at that point of time, he was staying in this house of Tapan Misra and Chandrasekhar Acharya, Chandrasekhar. And at that point in time, the devotees told once again, "Oh Mahaprabhu, yes, at that point of time, somehow, right, you went away by hearing the blasphemy of Prakashananda Saraswati. Because, what you are saying, what kind of a sannyasi is this person? Sannyasi hoya kare gayana nachana. Sannyasi means he should do tapasya, he should do study Vedantas. And this sannyasi is just only singing and dancing, he is not doing Vedanta Patha. Murkha sannyasi, he is a murkha. He doesn't understand any philosophy. He just saying Krishna, Krishna. What kind of a sannyasi he is? He's just a bhavuka. He's just a sentimentalist. Right? But hearing this, the devotees at that point of time, their heart was really breaking. Because how unfortunate that they are not able to realize the magnificence, the magnanimous of Mahaprabhu. Right? And if somehow we hear, right, Mahaprabhu was hearing, right, directly, then he was just ignoring that, okay, these are fools and rascals. But for devotees, once they heard the blasphemy of the Lord, how they can tolerate it? Yes, if somebody blasphemes us, we can tolerate it. But if somebody blasphemes other devotees, we should not tolerate it. Right? At that point, what they should do? Either we should argue and ensure that he gets the right message, he gets correct understanding, or somehow or other, if we are not able to do it, we should really leave that place. But we should not hear blaspheming of the devotees. And now these devotees came to Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu, we cannot hear your blasphemies anymore. Please save us. Please do something. At that point of time, right? Mahaprabhu really inspired one Brahmana. And a Brahmana came and he said, "Oh Mahaprabhu, I have one humble request to you." "What?" "I have organized a conference and I have invited all the sannyasis led by Prakashananda Saraswati, and I would really like to invite you as well, so that you can do the needful and you can explain what exactly you are doing and what is the objective of your philosophy and the process." Right? So Mahaprabhu, with his omnipotence, he inspired that Brahmana to organize a conference. That Brahmana organized a conference and everybody really came together, and Mahaprabhu was really happy, right, to go there. Right? And Mahaprabhu, once he went there, right, what happened? He just didn't really bombard and say that, "Oh, okay, now I am the Supreme Lord, I am the Sannyasa Siramani, and see how even the animals, or even I have defeated Sarva Bhattacharya, I have defeated Kesava Kasme, and now who all you guys, just do it and defeat you like this." And he didn't approach like that. How did he approach? He went there and he saw that at that point of time, like, of course, somehow we don't have facility here. Usually once we go to the temple, before going to the temple, we take our shoes out and we wash our leg and then we enter the temple. Right? So similarly, Mahaprabhu also, he washed his leg and he sat there where people were washing their legs. Right? And this really, really seeing this humility of Mahaprabhu, all the sannyasis, their heart got broken. Said, how come, he's such a sannyasi, right? Who, like hundreds and thousands of people are following him, and just by seeing him, everybody is singing and dancing, and he just sitting there where people are washing their feet, right? And not only that, we have seen that we are blaspheming so much, and how you are tolerant, right? Now, how Mahaprabhu is really showing this mood of this humility and tolerance, because Mahaprabhu, he has given this 8 instructions or Shikshastakam, and the essence is this Pranadapi Shuni Chena Dharadeva Saishna, and he was really following this principle, right? How to be humble, how to be tolerant, Amanina Manajana. He was, once he had gone there, he was not, right, asking for any kind of respect for himself. He went there and he offered his obeisances to all the Vaishnavas, to all the sannyasis there, even though they might not be so Vaishnavis. So how Mahaprabhu is teaching us, we should be always eager to offer respect to others. But before that, Amanina, without expecting anything in return. First, that's why Amanina. We should not expect any respect from anyone. And we should always give respect to others. And in that mood, we should chant. And in that mood of humility and being tolerant, we should chant. And seeing that, the leader of all the sannyasis, Prakashananda Saraswati, he came forward and he saw that, yes, it's not an ordinary sannyasi, he's having a divine form. Mahateja Maya Bapu Kati Surya Bhasa. Just like a sun, the effulgence is really coming out, especially for the sannyasis, right? Like Mayavadi sannyasis or impersonal sannyasis, they really get mesmerized with this effulgence. And Mahaprabhu showed them, his divine form. That Tejomaya Bapu Koti Surya Bhasa, just like a sun, he was really getting effulgent. And hearing that, Prakashananda Saraswati, he came forward and he said that Apane Prakashananda Hadite Dhariya, he offered his hand and he requested Mahaprabhu, please come and take your seat there. Right? Yes, we have some questions for you. That why you are doing all this singing and dancing? Why you are not studying this Vedantas? At that point of time, Mahaprabhu replied, "Oh Sripad, oh Prakashananda Saraswati, right? If you would permit, I will tell so." And they said, "Okay, tell me what? Do you know that long back, when I went to my spiritual master, Ishwarapuri, in the place of Gaya, and once he saw me, he said, Prabhu kohe sunasipa dehara karana, Guru more murkha dekhi karila sasana." Because my spiritual master realized that I am a murkha, I am a fool. Right? Murkha tumi tomar nahi ka Vedanta adhikara, Krishna mantra japa sada, ei mantra sara. You don't have any rights to study Vedantas. Right? You should just chant the holy names of the Lord. And so once again, we should understand that the same Mahaprabhu who had already defeated Kesav Kashmir, like Digvijay Pandit, who had learned, he was known as Nimai Pandit, who knew all the scriptures, he knew all the Vyakarana, right? And who had defeated even the chief priest of Puri, Sarva Bhattacharya, who knew all the Sardarsans. And now, just to win the heart of Prakashananda Saraswati, he presented himself in a very insignificant way. Right? This is how we really learn the art of relationship from Mahaprabhu. It's not only that, yes, he's the Supreme Lord, but also he's Apani Acharya. As a devotee, how we should behave. Mahaprabhu is teaching us that how we should really present to everyone in a more humbler way. Because yes, whatever we have is the Lord's mercy. We don't have anything. Right? And especially in front of the spiritual master, we should present ourselves just like a fool. We don't know. Because the real knowledge is Krishna Tattva Gyan, Krishna Bhakti, Krishna Prem. If you don't have, then we are murkha. Then Mahaprabhu, just like Krishna, he took shelter of Sandipani Muni just to teach everybody that, yes, you have to take spiritual master. Or Lord Ram, he took shelter of Vasishtha or Vishwamitra. Similarly, even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came, he took shelter of Vishwarapuri. And he taught that, yes, once you come in front of spiritual master, we should really behave that, oh, I don't know anything. And then at that point of time, Vishwarapuri, he gave me this instruction. He said, what? Yes, you should chant this holy name. Krishna mantra hoite have samsara mochana. Krishna nama hoite pave Krishna rachana. Just by chanting this holy name of the Lord, samsara mochana, you will get liberated from this world. And not only that, you will also attain at the lotus feet of Krishna. Nama vino kali kale nahi ara dharma sarva mantra sara nama ei sastra marma. The essence of all the scriptures, the essence of all the mantras, right, is what? Nama vino kali kale nahi ara dharma. Apart from the holy name of the Lord, there is no other dharma. Right? And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling all this to whom? Prakashananda Saraswati. He says that, yes, this is what happened. My spiritual master Iswarapuri gave this holy name and I started chanting. And I really got mad. And then I went to my spiritual master to give the feedback. What kind of medicine he gave to me? I'm really getting mad. And he said to Pagalo hoila ami dhorya nahi mone eta chinte nivedelo gurura charane. Spiritual master Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Kiba mantra dila Kiba taraval. What kind of mantra you have given to my spiritual master? Japite mantra hoila pagal. By chanting the holy name, I have really gone mad. Because what is really happening? That especially Mahaprabhu is really describing that yes, I really forgotten everything. I am really so absorbed with chanting. At that point of Iswarapuri acknowledged that yes, you are right. You are right. This is the true characteristics of one who has really achieved the highest form of the benediction from the Supreme Lord. That's Krishna Prema. And then he quoted from Srimad Bhagavatam Pratasokriya Nama Kritya. Just who has received this love of Godhead, he will be singing and dancing and chanting and crying from the heart. And this is called Panchama Purusartha. This is beyond Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. This is really beyond everything. And this is what? Krishna Prema. This is called Panchama Purusartha. This is beyond, all these things. So, and you have really achieved. And I'm really so happy. Bhala hoila. Like whenever the disciple really progresses, spiritual master is so happy. And here Iswarapuri also so happy seeing the progress of Mahaprabhu. Right? And seeing that, right? Hearing that from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how he got transformed through the spiritual master's mercy. Right? When Mahaprabhu told this to Prakashananda Saraswati Thakur, his heart also got changed. And then there was a beautiful discussion about the Vedanta Sutras as well. Mahaprabhu discussed in detail about what is a Vedanta Sutra and how the commentary of Vedanta Sutra is Srimad Bhagavatam. And then Mahaprabhu described the glories of Srimad Bhagavatam. And finally, Mahaprabhu instructed Saraswati two things. What he said? Atayeva Bhagavata karo vichar yaha deva sutra shruti rathasa nirantara kara Krishna nama sankirtan. So you just study Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagavata karo vichar. Study Bhagavat. Hear Bhagavat in the association of devotees and nirantara kara Krishna nama sankirtan. And always chant the holy names of the Lord. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. In this way, Mahaprabhu transformed not only Prakashananda Saraswati and his 60,000 disciples, but also whole Varanasi got transformed. So, there is a very beautiful book written by Srila Prabhupada. It's called Teachings of Lord Chaitanya. And there are 5 conversations of Mahaprabhu are there. One is what we discussed, Mahaprabhu was discussing with Rupa Goswami, Mahaprabhu was discussing with Sanatana Goswami, and Mahaprabhu was discussing with Prakashananda Saraswati. And out of 5, we discussed very briefly these 3 philosophies, 3 conversations, and thereafter there are 2 more remaining. Mahaprabhu was discussing with Sarva Bhattacharya, and Mahaprabhu was discussing with Ramananda Raya. Maybe in subsequent sessions, we can discuss in detail. But yes, we can just remember our fortune, that how we are so, how we are blessed to receive the mercy of Sri Gaur Nitai. And on this day of Gaur Purnima that is just coming up, we should really prepare ourselves to receive the mercy. Yes, Mahaprabhu is giving that mercy, but we should be prepared to receive that mercy. श्री श्री गौरांग महाप्रभु की
जय।
श्रीला प्रभुपाद की
जय।
We are running out of time. Any thoughts? Okay, yes.